हरिः ओम् ॐ गणानां त्वा गणपतिं नमामहे कविं कवीनामुपमश्रवस्तमम् ज्येष्ठराजं ब्रह्मणां ब्रह्मणस्पदानः ब्रह्मणोदिभिः सीदसादनम्
The One Vision Project is a labor of love, a magical journey of incredible joy, brotherhood, and romance, all while surmounting the challenges of life. Our project has many facets, including a powerful written story, punctuated with the music and images that came from those experiences, all in an interactive e-book format. With the One Vision Project, our intention is to present a true story-based visual, musical, and literary work over 50 years in the making. It includes albums, movie, a book, a brand, products, and recorded and live performance music. It's within the context of the written story that these songs and images impact intensely, moving one to a profound depth. We wrote songs that had substance, that in the context of humanity were important for their lyrics alone, if nothing else. And then we added to those great lyrics inspired performances, not of something copied or leaned on too heavily from the influences of others, but taking the torch from others and coming up with something new and valuable. One lonely drop falls into a raging river of love and is joined by many. Out of control, swept away. We started out here over 40 years ago, a garage band with a dream bigger than a garage. We wrote a lot of songs and we figured we knew what they meant.
In 1975, Brother Mike and I and the Wilson sisters, Ann and Nancy, were living in Vancouver, Canada, busily launching our new group, Heart. We were young, poor, struggling musicians, passionate about our vision.
Heading out this morning into the sun, riding on the diamond waves, little darling one.
For several years in the late 70s, a band that got its start in a Bellevue basement ruled rock and roll radio.
You know, when you step on a stage and 10,000 people are just going, yeah, you haven't played yet, it's a great thing.
In the middle of the crowd, riding the soundboard, band manager Mike Fisher was watching a dream come true.
I just had this vision for what those people could become, and I was totally fired up and passionate about it.
It didn't hurt that Nancy and Roger seemed to be hitting it off. Mike and Ann were already together. She wrote Magic Man about him.
And there's more drama in this kind of crazy sexual politics of the band Heart than any band, I think, in rock history.
One of the things that Roger and I recognized that's so wonderful about music is that it's a collaborative, harmonious working together of groups of people. And this is something that we need a lot more of, especially now in this polarized world. And it's a big part of the thrust of One Vision that we present this possibility.
I remember being stranded at the Moscow airport and having peoples from 11 different countries around me, and we couldn't speak to each other. But I pulled out that guitar and started playing Beatles songs, and we all communicated really well.
If the vision is positive, let's go. Let's go, because this world and this humanity needs positive, unifying energy right now. Because, man, we're in a mess. That's why I'm here with you, brother. And that's my story.
I had a girlfriend at the time by the name of Cindy Wallace, and her grandmother had died, so we flew over to Spokane, Washington, and checked into the hotel, and then shortly after that we went to this funeral, and we're out on the grass, and I'm thinking, geez, you know, there should be a song that's kind of a standard for funerals, and what would that be? And so I wrote All of the Above.
This was in the hundreds of songs Raj gave me to review when we were trying to figure out what to do here. And I just totally understood where he was coming from with that song, and it just seemed like a classic song, like you've heard it all your life, and that it was the perfect song for that occasion. And that occasion fit into the story of what we're doing perfectly, because it followed the story of a song about father and mother on the album. And since we had recently lost our father and mother, it really hit home to hear that song. So anyway, we were recording the song and mixing it and so on. And Roger was asked to do a benefit for this family who had a child born with cancer. And they had, the mother, I don't know if the father was there too, but the mother spent every single day in the hospital with that baby until he eventually died. And they were so moved by the whole experience, they set up a foundation to help other people who had children with cancer. And Roger performed at this event, and it was real touching and everything. And during his performance, I was meeting the family and talking with them. And One of the amazing things about this project is that we're constantly being surprised and amazed at all these amazing synchronicities that happen, and they just happen constantly. So the one that was happening right then was that it turned out that this child who inspired this foundation, his great-great-grandmother was the woman that Roger wrote that song about.
Wow.
Final home, final rest, where we know we've done our best. Smell the blossoms, see the colors of his presence in all of the above.
Out of the rubble, we have two choices. You can go down or you can go up. So then we had the song Rise, which is all about finding how to pick yourself up and rise above it all. Just continue on.
Yeah, and this is a really key song in the whole story too, because it's what both Raj and I, and probably everybody, has to do at some point in their life. And when they get to that point, I hope that this song helps, because that's what it's for.
Rise, children, destiny is calling. It's time to come forward and rise. People, there's a lot of work to be done. Each one of us is only one. We can pool our inner resources and try to rise. I got a call from a Seattle nightclub, the Triple Door. Hey, we got a cancellation on a Saturday night. You want to do the gig? Sure. You got a band? Yeah, oh yeah, of course. Okay, good. We'll see you on August 31st, I think it was, 2008. And so I didn't have a band, and so I threw a bunch of friends together, and I had this brainstorm that we could take my furniture that was just arriving on the boat from Czech Republic and create this scenario where we bring the furniture and set it up on the stage, and the show is a rehearsal of our show that we're going to do at the next night at the Triple Door. And it was really a fun gig. It actually worked. And for the last song of the night, the band performed All of the Above for our fallen friend Joe Shikani, just the lifeblood of the Northwest music scene, and he'd been in a band with me and we were very close, so it was a tragic celebration that night.
Ladies and gentlemen, Roger Peter!
See what you do with me, baby, you make me sick. You're truly the only one who can do this to me. You just make me get so crazy. I go schizo, I get so insane. I get so schizophrenic. 1 minute I wanna switch your thought, the next I wanna.
Sometimes no one knows how to get to you. Reach that secret place only known to you. Just a smile and a song for you. Think of me at night. I need to hold you and hear you tell me you're alright. Just a smile for you. Turn out the light.
One thing worth sharing is commitment to caring. For our sister, our brother, and more than each other, for the air that we breathe, and mountains and seas, and the fish, and the fauna, and the birds, and the bees, for the small things in life that make up our days, endearing in so many ways. These feelings for someone so deeply inspired by the glimpses of caring and love I've admired, a treasure so precious, a partner for life. I'm asking you now to become my wife. DVD, 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 DVD.
This is an example of our interactive book with movies, interviews, songs, live and studio performances, all perfectly placed to tell a written story that is so full of coincidence and serendipity it's hard to believe. Now, moving on to our products. Music. In the One Vision package, we have 4 albums, all told: Forest Rain, Evolution, and Big Game. The other albums are Raj and the Tribe Live, Heart of the Blues, Reach for the Sky by our other band, Born to Fly.
What can I do now that it's over? What can I say to change your mind? Cold in the morning, cold in my bed. If only I could turn back time and stare into your beautiful eyes. Now that it's over, I'm still waiting for you to change your mind. I really thought that we could make it, and forever you would be mine. I never wanted to say goodbye.
From headlining massive events with rock group Heart, to recording at Delta State University, to speaking at the Grammy Museum in Cleveland, Mississippi, lasting friendships have been made based largely on a mutual love of the spirit of the South.
What you mentioned something about sing it with me. Chantilly lace and a pretty face. Yeah, wait, get over in there, honey. Ain't nothing in the world like a big-eyed girl to make me act so funny, make me spend my money, make me feel real loose like a long-necked goose, like a girl. Oh, baby, that's what I like. Ow! Thank you.
The initial idea of having our own whiskey was very tempting because Mike and I both appreciate good whiskey. We knew we could only embark on that journey, bringing a good whiskey into the world, if we truly loved it. We asked the artisans at Rose City Distillery in Portland to make for us new samples of their absolute best tasting whiskey. After sitting at their bar and tasting each sample they provided, there was one we both agreed clearly stood out. We would like that to be our whiskey. At that moment, we agreed to commit, and Heart of the Blues whiskey was born.
Coming straight on for you.
She walks into the old Oxford saloon. She drops on by to hear me play this tune. Dressed in leather head to toe, she's bad. Can't help wondering why her socks are plaid. Rocky say, hey sugar, want something sweet? Hello, give me 3 fingers, H-O-T-B. I'll serve you that, ma'am, if you think you're able. Boy, I'll show you a thing or two. My name ain't Mabel. Don't give a hard cider, no beer, she don't want no wine. She was raised on mama's Kentucky moonshine. If I don't get rich or famous, well, honey, that's just fine. I want that whiskey woman of mine. All I want is that whiskey woman of mine. That ain't all. One thing our father would always mention as we were leaving for school was, have fun. And somehow, no matter what, we've always been able to find a way to manage that. Here are some examples.
Oh, look at that.
From the nation of You Bet, all the way
Wow,
from You Bet.
from the nation of You Bet. This guy looks a lot like Karnak the Magnificent. All right, let's see who this
so much.
That's the Swami, huh?
You do not laugh, you people. You
Hold on a second.
you people do not laugh. You bow to Swami.
I will bow to the Swami.
Thank you. You heading then?
Yes, Mom.
Okay, Mom.
He's from Jamaica now.
We'll see you tomorrow.
Damn. Oh. There it is. There it is.
Tell you how many times we've thrown parties and fucking just you're responsible for getting me laid a lot. So
I hear that a lot.
I want to say fucking thank you on that note.
So, what's the compensation now for that?
You know what? I don't really. I get some crab. I mean, that's about
Okay.
I can do that.
That'll do it.
Just the other night, this guy says, "You know, when I wanna get down with the wife, I just put on Barracuda. It works every time."
Wow.
Yeah.
It is an inspiring
And there's
song.
a lot of babies out there that have been born as a result.
There's no doubt.
My soul sings the song.